Hey everyone, Michael coming back at you here on the Archangel 15 in downtown Washington, D.C. today. And every once in a while I come upon something that just seems odd or like shady in a sense. Sometimes I'm magnetically drawn to a place. I spend a pretty good bit of time down here, and I kind of have a pretty good feel for the area, you know, what's going on. A lot of it, you know, is just, you know, sensitive by nature, you know, what goes on here with the military, with, you know, CIA, FBI, Department of Justice, you know, the Capitol Police. They have a lot going on in a very small area. Some things I think are like basically umbrella programs for other things. Maybe like it has to do with taxpayer oversight or freedom of information. They essentially cannot label it as what it is. Probably like they have to allocate funds in like a circuitous manner to essentially pull off the fraud to the American taxpayer. Right now I'm in between 12th Street and 13th on C Ave. Like this is to my right is 12th, to my left is 13th, and like straight ahead on 12th would be the old Trump Hotel, like where the old postal building is. And like if you like understand the nature of like the underground bunker systems, like they're basically in like certain lines, like ley lines or what have you. But anyhow, like I said, I spent a pretty good bit of time down here, and like I came upon this Department of Agriculture. Switch my camera around here. You can see here, there's like 6 of these little outpost buildings all along here. You can also see the swastikas. The swastis go all up and down the whole building, kind of like hidden symbolism. Then over on the other side of the DC natural, like almost like an incinerator, like the natural gas, the heat source for the area, what have you. This building, I'm not really sure what it is, but it like oddly has these like barred off windows, like very, very thick steel bars on the windows, and like some really, really weird symbolism going on here. On the other side, on the other side of the street, the other street is the Department of Energy, and it's like really, really weird what goes on there. Like it almost looks like there's nobody occupying the building. On a side note, the Department of Energy is a big fraud to the American taxpayer. Like they suppress things about clean energy, free energy, also about the harmful effects of caused by the power infrastructure and power lines. And recently, like just yesterday, I had my free energy part 3 video removed. They sent me a notification from YouTube. I had one other video removed, and I actually appealed and won the appeal. That was for a music video that I posted from Goat Moon, Ways of Holocaust Winds, and I got it put back up. It was 2014. And this one, I lost the appeal. I really wasn't even trying to appeal it. I guess I maybe mentioned something that violated one of their health policies or something like that, and they took it down. But I've single-handedly learned where the pushback is. This building, and like you can see, like a lot of these windows, or there's like nobody occupying these buildings. There's like nothing there. Like I really believe that this is like a gateway to like an underground facility or something like that. This building quantifiably has way more security than the Department of Justice, than the Whitehouse, than the FBI building, the Hoover building. For some reason, like this building is very heavily fortified. You know, like I said, I believe it's like some kind of umbrella program for other things going on. If you look at there's actually 5, or like probably even more than 5 of these Department of Agriculture buildings in downtown DC, and they're all along the western edge, along the water, like right next to Fort Myers and the Navy Yard. Like they're basically right like in the same vicinity as like the big military bases. There's also on the other side of the street, I'm not going to probably keep filming all the way over there. There's also like a walkway that spans across the road, and like most buildings in DC are not privileged to have that. Like it's kind of just, it stands out as well. It's like almost like it was engineered, had a lot more engineering incorporated into it than some of the other ones. you know, what is going on here. Maybe it's a staging area. I actually checked into my alchemy. I believe, like, to be honest with you, like, I'm not trying to sound like too conspiratorial here, but like definitely like the cloning thing stands out to me. Like the word copies came up, and like also like placenta and other things, like weird, like I almost believe what they're doing is like using like small fetuses or like small babies and incorporating them into like food, like almost like on some like cannibalism stuff, like probably from the ABRH negative bloodlines, almost like the elites do with the organ harvesting. But like in the event of like nuclear warfare or something like that, like if you really understand occultism, like there's really like a demonic presence to like basically like sacrificing little babies, and like they eat them, and like other countries actually do this openly, and like Korea and like China, they've like, it's very well known. Kind of ironic as well. This is the National United States Holocaust Memorial Museum across the street. This is like when you start to really look at the deeper architect or the deeper engineering into the architecture, it seems like nothing really is by chance. You can also see the Washington Monument there. But I stopped and talked to two guards walking around this building in a, you know, an ill-fated attempt to try to get some information out of them. And one of them, you know, was basically like, you know, we can't tell you about what's going on here. You know, it's like basically almost like read between the lines. Yes, there's something going on, and we can't tell you. You know, obviously he doesn't want to lose his job or, you know, face other reprimand action or whatever. But the other guy who's like, oh well, you know, is some BS answer, like, well, what happens if we don't have any food, or the food or water? And I, you know, like, kind of broke it down to him, like basically the food and the water supply is already completely controlled and taken over. But again, this is just kind of interesting, and it stuck out to me. I'm sure there's a million other places like this in the future. I have some other work I like to do in Bethesda, Maryland, and also on the other side of the river, like directly from there in McLean, where the CIA building is. I'm like hoping to like infiltrate some of the colonies there. They're openly colonies. I mean, you can like go into these areas, and like there's like it's not just there, it's in Pennsylvania and other places too. They have them, like mainline Pennsylvania, and you can like see there's like cameras that are not like government cameras, or like private security firm cameras, and they're like the little, like you'll see like little girls riding in the back seat of cars, like not babies either, but like actual like little girls. Military guy here in able uniform. But my spidey senses tell me something's definitely going on here. For whatever reason, this building warrants more security than the White House, than the FBI building, and the Department of Justice. And you know, I just find that to be odd for something with like the oversight of you know, the Department of Agriculture. And again, like I said, there's about 5 other buildings in this vicinity, and they're all like really close to military bases. So something stinks about this, as does a lot of places in DC. You see the swastis. All right, folks, take care. Like I said, unfortunately, my video on free energy got removed. I really have kind of scaled back a lot of the work I do on this channel. And, you know, I may redo some of them in the future, but honestly, right now, I'm kind of just keeping it pretty simple. Thanks for stopping in on the Archangel 15. Bye.